Well, besides the obvious fire and rescue duties, fire departments serve an important role in the communities they serve.
From teaching our kids about fire safety to fundraising, most communities would be lost without them. But which Minnesota Fire Department is the best? Liz Collin introduces us to the men and women of the Elk River Fire Department.
Non-dominant hand movement's good.
It's a typical day at Elk River's Fire Station number 2.
The retaining clip is at that chest level.
Where safety is obviously job number 1.
Okay, good job.
Fire Lieutenant Mark Lees instructs a group of local women on the proper installation and use of child safety seats.
And just kind of continue moving there.
When the course is concluded, these women will be certified to conduct child seat safety checks throughout the community.
Perfect.
It seems being safety conscious is just the way things are here in Elk River.
Our roots in the city and area go back to fire prevention way back into the early 1900s.
Deputy Chief Aaron Surratt and newly appointed Chief Mark Dickinson tell the story of how a devastating fire destroyed half the town back in 1898.
When they were rebuilding the town, they actually ran a lot of the mines out of block because they wanted to build the town non-combustible.
And in addition, they utilized a rather new water pumping technology, which was arguably the first of its kind in Minnesota.
The hydraulic ram was installed in the Holton building in hopes for fire protection out of the river. And then later they figured out that they could flush a toilet.
Fire prevention before flush toilets? Now that's safety conscious. And since 1881, safety has been more or less the doctrine of the Elk River Fire Department, to a point.
Actually, City Hall, when that was going to be built, there was an old farmhouse there with a barn and everything like that. Remember, we lit it off and just about melted down our fire truck?
Through thick and thin, Captain Jeff Smith, Assistant Chief Cliff Anderson, and Ambulance Coordinator Steve Dittbenner represent 104 years of service to the city of Elk River, and they've seen a lot of change.
I came out of college with an advanced first aid degree. I got made ambulance coordinator the next month. That was in 1978. Drove around in a 1968 Oldsmobile Delta.
Ghostbuster car.
Now Elk River has its own fire academy, requiring 240 hours of training, and for good reason.
We do everything. It's not just fighting fires. We do rope rescue, water rescue, confined space. Every firefighter is an EMT.
It's a big time commitment, which I think builds the camaraderie.
And if you said that this department was one big family, you wouldn't be too far off the mark.
We have multiple families with multiple generations on the fire department.
The Anderson family's been generations of fire service in Elk River. Our dad started back in, what did he start?
Cliff, your dad Russ started with the department in 1957 and became chief in 1981, along with 2 brothers that also served. Yet one may ask, what's the payoff? Perhaps newly appointed Chief Dickinson puts it best.
Every day you get to make a difference, and when you do, you go home with that tremendous feeling, and when it's somebody in your community, there's nothing even better than that.
Impressive. Congratulations. Next week, we're looking for the best fruitcake in Minnesota. Share your favorite with us on Facebook.